Hey everyone, Alberto here with TheNoisecast. What do we have today? So today we are doing a quick and dirty review on the brand new Sigma 12mm F1.4 contemporary lens. Now, this lens is available for APS C, EF, E, L, and X mounts. So if you have an APS C Canon, Sony, Leica, or Panasonic, or if you're like me, who you have a Fujifilm camera, you can definitely give the 12mm f1.4 contemporary lens a shot. So what is it? The lens itself is an ultra wide fixed focal length prime lens that offers a 1.4 maximum aperture. So it's kind of the first in its class to do that. And it's not by accident. So a little while back, I had reviewed the 10 to 18 millimeter f2.8 zoom lens, and it was very bright. It was a very fast lens and it was super compact, right? The 12 millimeter is a little bit shorter than that zoom lens, but it is significantly brighter to full, I believe, stop and a half of brightness. Yes, no, it's a full stop. It's full stop brightness. Sorry about that. Hold on. So this is the Sigma 12mm f1.4 contemporary lens. It is on my Fuji X Pro 3. So the 12mm 1.4 DCDN has a couple of features that I personally like. For one, I am always a fan of this. That is a clicky aperture. It's a very it's a personal choice. It's something that I personally enjoy. I do like it quite a bit. And I like the fact that it allows for tactile functionality, right? There are other lenses that do not have this feature. They are more so controlled by the jog dials on the camera, but I personally don't like shooting like that. I like to know that I've set my aperture at a certain point and that it will not move. And if it does move, I can actually hear it. It allows me a certain level of control that I appreciate. You'll also notice that the Sigma has some weather sealing. There are weather sealed gaskets in the back. That means that you can be confident that you can go out in the rain. Last night there was a storm, and although I do not have full details at the moment, I do not believe that the front element is fully sealed. So what that means is that while you will get some dust and moisture resistance, you would be advised to not push it too hard. So if you plan on going underneath waterfalls in Iceland, or maybe taking photos in sand dunes, there's a possibility that you may damage the lens. So keep that in mind. Yeah, what else? Included with the when you buy this lens, you'll get a pedal lens hood, which is nice. It's actually helpful because when you're taking photographs at this wide of an angle, you will get some flares. It's just kind of the way physics works, right? However, I did not notice any serious flaring with or without the pedal lens. So kudos to Sigma for keeping that well under control. Yeah, I think this is one of those things. One of the other things that I really enjoy about this lens is that it has such a close minimal focusing distance. So What that means is you want to stick this lens as close to something as you can, and you can still get it in focus. So whether it's something like car photography and you're trying to get badges and emblems, or even if it's stuff like this photo of a dog that, you kind of have to invade people's personal space, your subject's personal space, but it can create a really nice effect, really exaggerated effect if that's what you're looking for. What else? Other than that, I think, that's kind of a tour of the lens. I've had the privilege of shooting with this lens for a little over a month, just about a month. And while I will not call this a final review because I am using, this is pre-production firmware. The photos may, Sigma could make some tweaks shortly after, maybe improve autofocusing times. But generally speaking, lens is a dream. It focuses fast. It acquires focus fast. It's very difficult to miss focus with a lens like this. And I appreciate that. Is it for everyone? No. Again, at 18 millimeters, full frame equivalent, this lens is not your typical lens. It's something that maybe landscape photographers may enjoy. I could see that being used for landscape, for astrophotography, and even for like architectural work. I think it does a very good job at doing those things. It does it very well. But what I've found for me personally is I am starting to really like these ultra wide focal lengths for street photography. I think it does a really great job of creating space, giving you an idea of the environment that you're shooting in. It would be the equivalent of an establishing shot in a film. I think that's pretty cool. I do like that. I do like that quite a bit. Yeah. So beyond that, you should definitely give it a try for yourself. It's one of those lenses where I'll be sure to include the pricing and everything else once I edit this. All right. Alberto Lima signing off. Peace.